Okay, so Charlie, are you finding that the investors that we're getting are more local, or do you think they're coming from out of state?
So we've always had a mix, I would say, of folks that are local investors, folks that are out of state, and even a handful of international investors. Ever since the kind of genesis of the company, we've had a good mix. But I would say that pre-pandemic, it was still predominantly a local investor base. We had several folks that would come to us and inquire about property management services because they were in a home, but they were about to move due to work or maybe just to upgrade their existing home situation. And they didn't want to sell it, or maybe they were debating about selling versus renting it out so that they could have that as an investment. And we still get a good amount of those inquiries, but that's a lot of the inquiries that we got in the past. Also, from a local basis, you have folks that are familiar with the area already. And so they're kind of interested. Oh, I know the Conroe area, or I know the Woodlands area, and I really want to get an investment property in those areas. Definitely got a lot of those inquiries. And then lastly, you also have a lot of local investment clubs. So local real estate investment clubs, Lifestyles Unlimited is one that's a really large one. It started in Houston, has expanded to other areas of Texas. So you had a lot of those kind of local clubs that help to facilitate local property investment, and thus a lot of our client base being local. What I would now say, though, is the local interest is really slowed in the last 12 months as prices have increased both locally, and then also because it's become much more of a seller's market, really. Um, if you've been in the area for a little while, you're going to have a lot harder time swallowing the 20+% increase in pricing from a year ago. So folks that were interested in investing in the area that have been following the market are going to say, well, no way, I'm going to pay that for this home now. It was, last year I could have paid this for it. So, there's just kind of a recency effect there for local investors. Plus, just an in general comment, the eviction moratoriums that have been in existence over the last 12 months have made smaller investors, the folks that might only own one home or two homes, they've made those folks a lot more wary because they don't have the financial wherewithal that a larger investor might have. So over the last 12 months, we've definitely seen a proportional increase in the number of out-of-state and international investors both. Places like California, they've had very large price increases. Things are becoming very unaffordable out there. And so you have a lot of folks from places like that they don't have the same feel about Texas real estate prices as somebody that might be in Texas already. Plus, we still have a lot more landlord-friendly regulations than many other states do. And also, we've actually seen a pretty good increase in some inquiries from outside of the United States, especially Central and South America, places that, although I'm not saying the U.S. economy is great by any means right now, there's clearly a lot of questions, but it's still better than a lot of other international economies, and a lot more stable than what a lot of other international economies have. So, yeah, definitely over the last 12 months, we have seen a proportional increase in out-of-state and international investors.